Hello and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new here. Today we're doing another unboxing, but this is not a regular unboxing. I bought a handbag. I bought a handbag from Bottega Veneta, and this is going to be my last unboxing from all the shopping that I did in Bodrum, Turkey. I'm gonna link that video up here for you with my latest shopping vlog. But anyway, going back to the subject. So today is not going to be a regular unboxing because I bought this bag from Bottega Veneta not because it was popular, not because it was trending, but because I think it represents a very specific and a very special time period in the history of fashion and luxury fashion. And I am so convinced that I'm never going to sell this handbag that I actually went ahead and personalized it. So let's do the following. I'm going to show you the handbag first, and then we're going to talk about the significance, or what I think is the significance of this particular handbag for fashion history. Oh, and by the way, my name is Lisa, and I'm your guide to savvy luxury shopping no matter where in the world you are. Subscribe to my channel to learn more about strategic luxury shopping with the emphasis on timelessness and quality of your items. All right, so here we go. This is the Bottega bag that I have right here, and let me show you what I got. It comes in a dust bag, obviously, and perhaps you actually have a good guess already what this bag might be. Let's do a quick reveal. And yes, you probably guessed it, but it is a medium size Andiamo tote bag from Bottega Veneta in this black color. So if you watch my channel, you probably know that I do not necessarily buy the newest pieces or the trendy pieces. I prefer to invest in pieces that are tested and that are notable in some way in this broader luxury fashion. So let me tell you why I personally think that this Andiamo tote is super significant. So, I have been interested in buying a Bottega bag ever since Matthieu Blazy left Bottega, simply because I think that now that he has joined Chanel, his pieces and his designs that were made for Bottega gain additional level of significance. Now, Bottega has become quite famous, let's say, during the time of Daniel Lee. Like, if you remember, he's the one who introduced the cassette bag and also this kind of bright green Bottega green color. He also introduced the pouch bag, and I feel like he made Bottega a trendy brand. But when Matthieu Blazy joined at the end of 2021, I feel that he changed the directions a little bit. So Bottega was no longer about the next it bag or the trendy bag. It was more about the design, the functionality, and also the craftsmanship. So I think what Matthieu Blazy has achieved is that he actually made craftsmanship, leather, and maybe heritage of Bottega trendy. So yes, when Andiamo tote did come up at first, it was actually a very trendy bag. But I don't think it was a trendy bag because of the logos or because of some kind of hype. I think it became trendy because it was interesting, unique, and it was also so well executed, and it relied on this craftsmanship more than on logos or something more catchy. So in that way, I think that Andiamo tote is really quite representative of Matthieu Blazy's time with Bottega Veneta. I looked at a couple of other bags as well. So I was considering the parachute bag, which is actually very nice, and I feel like it is very understated and we do not see it very much on social media. I was also considering the sardine bag, which I also feel was really popular at some point. I also feel that it is fun and it is representative of Blaze's time. But then, when I thought about this additional layer of functionality, I actually thought that the Andiamo tote represents his designs much better. Another element that I noticed when we think about Matthieu Blazy's time with Bottega Veneta is the fact that he paid so much attention to illusion. So, for example, on his runways, we would see something that looked like a white top or a simple pair of shorts or maybe a simple pair of denim. But in fact, those items were actually produced out of leather. So with Matthieu Blazy, we kind of learned to pay close attention to the garments, to the items, and appreciate them for their craftsmanship and their uniqueness. And I think this is kind of true with the Andiamo tote as well. There are so many details about this tote that make it really interesting and really unique. Details that you might not notice if you just glance at the bag. Anyway, the bottom line is I really wanted to get a bag that was representative of Matthieu Blazy's time with Bottega Veneta, and I chose this medium-size Andiamo tote. Now, let's look at this bag a little more closely, if you are perhaps still considering it, and then I will also talk about why I chose the medium size specifically. All right, when it comes to this bag, it is executed in this intrecciato leather, which is so pleasant. It smells great, and it really feels like super high quality. On the inside, the bag has two compartments, and there is a divider between these two compartments. And there is also a small clasp magnetic closure. So from that perspective, the bag is somewhat secure. There is one top handle right here, so you can easily top handle this bag, obviously, but then there is also the longer strap. The longer strap is not removable, but it is adjustable in a sense that you can actually adjust it to wear this bag in several different ways. So right now, this longer strap is just sitting there, so you can easily top handle this bag. But what you can actually do is you can pull it out all the way like this, and this becomes a crossbody bag. And I feel like this medium size actually works quite well crossbody. Now, it does look a bit large on my frame, but it still works. And then the third option is to do the following, basically kind of double up this strap, and this becomes a shoulder bag, which I think is very classy because then you have the Bottega knot kind of on the side of your shoulder, so there is no obvious branding, but this bag still very much looks like a Bottega bag and like a designer bag. And let me show you just very quickly on the inside, I also got my Bottega certificate of authenticity, and it has been placed in this kind of off-white, I do not know, leather wallet of sorts. And I was told at the boutique that for this specific bag, as well as some other styles that they have, not all the styles, but I figured some of them, some of the more classic styles, Bottega does provide lifetime warranty, which is amazing, simply because we really do not get this very often when it comes to designer brands. I also received this certificate of authenticity electronically, which is super nice, which basically means that I do not need to worry about losing this one right here. Now, looking again at the inside of the bag, there is one zipper pocket and a couple of irregular pockets as well. And they are situated in this kind of middle divider, which is basically kind of like a flat piece of leather. Also on the inside, you have Bottega Veneta debossing right here, and also at the very bottom of the bag as well. I'm going to try to include some b-roll, even though it is a black handbag, so it is difficult to see some of these details. And let me show you the personalization as well. So for personalization, I got two letters, LZ, which basically stands for Lisa, which is my name. Now, I had to pay extra, obviously, and it was about €100 per letter. And I was actually watching when they were putting these letters on this leather, and I was told at the boutique that this is something you could do yourself. So if I wanted to, I could actually remove these letters and maybe place them somewhere else, or I could remove them completely. Now, to be honest, I would not touch this bag myself. If I wanted to do something with this personalization, I would rather actually take this bag to the boutique and let a specialist, make all of those adjustments. But I feel like doing something like this, personalizing your bags, is something really nice and really special. Because now, to me, this handbag looks different from all the other Andiamo totes that we see out there. This handbag, in comparison, actually has my name on it. And as I mentioned before, I am so confident in this purchase that I'm not planning to resell this handbag ever. And by the way, when I buy any of my handbags or any other designer items, yes, I like to look at the resale value, but I don't buy my items to sell them later. I believe that smart luxury shopping is really about buying those special pieces, pieces that really speak to you, without necessarily thinking about reselling them in the future. So this is really what my channel is about, buying pieces that are special and buying pieces that are literally gonna last me a lifetime. All right, let me say just a couple of words about why I chose the medium size. Obviously, I looked at the mini size, but it is a newer iteration of the bag, and instead, I wanted something that really came from Matthieu Blazy's time. I also considered the small size, but for a bag like this, I wanted to have a workhorse. A bag that could be an everyday bag and also perhaps a travel bag. So I decided I needed one size larger. Now, I did not look at the large size because to me, that one would definitely be mostly a travel bag. I feel those Andiamo totes can be really overwhelming, and I'm not very tall, so I felt like I would not be able to really wear a large Andiamo tote on a daily basis. So I feel like size medium is really the best size. Now, I feel like this bag is going to be a great everyday bag for all the work necessities. Now, I'm not going to be able to fit a computer into this bag, but when it comes to my phone, a notebook, a bottle of water, daily essentials, like a regular sized wallet, I think all of that is going to fit perfectly into this handbag with some space to spare. I also went for this black color, even though I don't really buy black bags very often these days. But I thought about the size and I thought about the fact that I really wanted this to be my everyday bag. And I decided that I have a couple of light everyday bags. So now I should really invest some money into a dark color, like a black everyday bag that can basically go with anything. I also feel that this is going to be a great travel bag. Not in the summer, because in the summer I really prefer to travel with my canvas totes, because then I take them to the beach or to the seaside. But in the winter, in the fall, maybe also early in the spring, I feel like I can easily travel with this handbag and also a carry-on luggage. I feel that for travel, this is going to be great. You can keep some snacks, some water, some basic necessities, maybe a pair of socks, even a change of underwear, and you would still have some space to spare in this handbag. So the bottom line is, I think a medium-sized Andiamo tote is really money well spent. I think this bag represents a very special time in fashion history, in luxury fashion history, so I am really happy that I bought it right now. With all the changes that are happening now at Bottega, you can never be sure whether this bag is going to be around, and I wanted to make sure that I actually have this bag to represent Matthieu Blazy's time with Bottega as a design house. And as I mentioned, I bought this handbag in Turkey, so I'm gonna put on the screen the final price as well as the tax return or the duty-free return that I got back from purchasing this handbag. I believe in Turkey, if you actually buy a handbag there, you get only 5% back, but 5% is still better than nothing. By the way, I had a lot of fun shopping at the Bottega boutique as well. The sales associate was very nice, she was very knowledgeable, and I was actually watching them to put these letters and this personalization on my handbag as well. So this was a great experience that's really gonna stay in my memory for a very long time. Anyway, that's it from me today. Let me know down in the comments if you think that Andiamo tote is still a great purchase right now in 2026. And before you go, please watch another Savvy Luxury video right here. In this video, I am unboxing some Loro Piana and Prada finds from my shopping in Bodrum, Turkey. So I hope I'm gonna see you in that video. But for now, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. Take care and bye-bye.